Hi, I'm Julia, and I have the privilege of sharing my testimony today. I grew up in church and in a Christian household, so I've known all my life pretty much my need for a Savior and my own sin, and just that I am completely lost without Christ. And so at a pretty early age, I was probably about 5, I think I first prayed the sinner's prayer, and I believed that Jesus had come to earth and been born, lived a perfect life, died, and was risen again. And so through my belief in that, I could be saved and have a relationship with God and get to go to heaven. And I've had a lot of growth in that sort of knowledge and through the years. And so I definitely understand more that it's not just accepting Him as my Savior, but also living with Him as Lord of my life. So Christ and living in relationship with Him has just made a lot of differences in my life. I recognize now that I don't need to be perfect and I don't need to be like everyone else. In fact, that's something I struggled with a lot, of not being as good as talking as this one person, or being as confident as another, or being as talented as them. And God really showed me, even very recently, just that He gave me my own gifts and strengths for that He wants me to use for His kingdom, specifically in the place that He wants. And so I now have a purpose in life because of what Christ has done, and a hope. And so I get to serve Him with the things that He's given me, and that I have a desire to please Him and just serve Him. And a verse that's been really impactful to me recently is Galatians 2:20, and it's Paul speaking, and he says, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And this life that I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave Himself for me." And that is basically the reason that I want to be baptized today. I also want to proclaim that and just acknowledge that my old self and old ways have died, and that I want to live a new life that Christ has given me through His grace, and just be fully surrendered and submitted to Him.